Hope you like my jams, Molly.
I love them.
All right, guys, we are live here in Volusia County. Obviously, you can almost tell where we're at a little bit because these fancy little lifeguard trucks, they're not as cool as Results One, but they got red lights, so they mean more. I am here with no other. Ladies and gentlemen, your Volusia County Bureau reporter, Molly Reed, in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
You know, to hang out with Molly doesn't take much, but when she says, hey, come up here to the beach.
Yeah.
And we'll
now
drive
I really
the
got
beach.
a selling
And I was
point.
like, hey, Results One hasn't been, it's on the beach yet, so let's do this.
Well,
so,
get your vacuum ready, because
Yeah,
let me
it's
tell you
gonna
about
be
my car every day after I hit the beach before.
I'm sure your new 6 truck gets interesting.
It is that dirty one, so.
So, how are you?
I'm good. I know it's been a little while since I got to do anything
Fun?
cool, fun. Things like
Even
that.
though we say our job's cool and fun, it's work still.
It's still work.
When
This
we get
is
to
more
break
fun.
it up a little bit and talk about nothing,
Exactly.
it's really nice.
I get to do it with my buddy. It's
Why not?
fun.
So, you have been assigned with us here since you got hired.
Yes,
Volusia, right?
I was hired Volusia, so I've been on the beach out here for about 3.5 years now.
But you're no stranger to the beach.
No, grew up down just south in Brevard and Satellite Beach, and just when I saw kind of the job opportunity here at 6, and I was up in Ohio.
Oh my gosh.
Working up there, I was
Okay,
like,
so wait, we're going ahead of us
yeah.
here. So you grew up in Brevard.
Yeah, I moved around all over as a kid, but because my dad was a reporter too, but by the time
So you come from a family of journalists.
Yes, come from a dad who was a reporter. I was actually born in Denver, and then we moved to Florida when he got a job here at the News Journal.
Okay, News Journal's been here for a long time.
Yeah, been here for a while. So then we moved around as he moved up in the ranks, and then eventually settled down in Satellite Beach in Brevard, and that's where I went to, middle school, high school, and so I can say I'm from there.
All right.
Yeah, you'll turn here on.
All right, so Molly is taking us here to the beach access. We got, looks like we got Volusia Sheriff's Office right there on the motorcycle. I don't know who that is.
That's Daytona.
Oh, fancy.
Fancy guys.
Coming out here. Great day to ride. Beautiful day to ride.
It is.
So, you got bit by the news bug from your dad.
Early, and I was actually, when he was working at Florida Today, he was doing talkbacks with Channel 6 here where we work. And
that's kind of cool.
It was, and so then he was doing a show called Flashpoint back in the day with our former anchor Lauren Rowe. She would have him on as a pretty regular guest, and he took me with him to the studio. I think I was like 11 or 12 years old at the time, and took me in, and I just saw the lights, and I was like, yes,
this is cool.
I was like, I love this, and I then learned how awesome it was to be an actual journalist and not just on TV.
Right.
Watching him, but yeah.
So are they gonna charge us? Or do they know we're coming?
I told the chief.
All right, let's see what happens and see if.
I didn't bring my wallet, so.
Well, I got mine, so News 6 might be reimbursing me for driving on the beach today.
Usually I just talk to them and say I'm shooting some video.
Yeah, all right, let's see how this goes. All right.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. We're just driving down to shoot some video real quick. We're on TV. So.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Are you a Channel 6 watcher?
Yes, I am.
Well,
Awesome.
I'm Trooper Steve. This is Molly Reed, but you know her probably way more than you
I don't know. We're just shooting some video. I told Captain Malfers I don't know if we needed to pay or anything.
We're just going to shoot some video up and down. Do you want us to pay?
No,
They're so nice to us.
It on for free, so just while you're driving, have your headlights on, a front window down, 10 mile an hour, no texting and driving, trash in our trash cans, and don't park past the conservation post.
All right.
Have an awesome day.
You too. Be blessed, guys.
Thank you. All right, no speeding.
No speeding on the beach,
We
guys.
need one window down, at least halfway down.
I'm going to put the back window down.
Yeah, there you go.
There
that
we
way,
go.
with the noises in. All right, no speeding, Steve. I know you like
No,
that.
all right, whoa. All right, guys, welcome to Volusia County Beaches here. Molly is basically our passenger driver. Which way do you want me to go? Want to go left, right?
Go. I don't know how far we can go down. Right? We can try right.
All right, let's go right.
We can always turn around. There's plenty of beach.
All right, guys, we are here on the beach. Beautiful, absolutely
isn't this
beautiful
insane?
day.
Now everybody's gonna be coming out here.
We're going to see what's going on.
See, how can I not want to work out here?
This is what I'm talking about. So, a lot of people don't know, my first civilian law enforcement job was with the Mexico Beach Police Department in the Panhandle.
Oh, that's awesome.
I was a four-wheeler reserve cop. And people are like, why'd you do both Air Force and I go, because I was a four-wheeler reserve cop.
Yeah, how much
on
more
the
do I
beach.
need to say? I mean, like,
Right.
it's fun.
So where'd you go to school to become a journalist at?
I was Florida State.
All right.
Yeah, so went to Florida State, graduated from there, and then, in our industry, traditionally with journalists, you have to start very small news market-wise. So I, as soon as I graduated, loaded the car up, and my mom drove me up to Youngstown, Ohio, dropped me off. I had never even stepped foot in Ohio before.
Okay.
And I'd never even seen it. Dropped me off in the middle of a winter, snowstorm, and I was there for 3 years. And then I went to Dayton, Ohio for 2 years.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it was my tour of Ohio. It was a blast. I actually did love Youngstown. The culture was so fun up there. It was really historically like a mob city,
Okay.
So there's a lot of cool little aspects of that, really hardcore Italian, super fun. And then Dayton was awesome too. That's where, the Wright brothers stuff all is. So
it's a lot of history and stuff like that.
History. So
and being a journalist, I'm sure outside of that, when you're in these cities, it's like, all right, let me get out and learn a little bit.
Yes, exactly. It's like you might as well make the most of it. And when I was in Youngstown, my younger brother was in school in Pittsburgh, so we were only an hour apart up there, so we would kind of take advantage of how close we were to things like, Niagara Falls, Washington, D.C., and all that. It's all driving distance from there.
Do I go between these cones
Just
or
go
around
them?
All right. I'm learning out here, guys. I'm learning. This is my first beach drive.
Is it really?
Never been on the beach in a vehicle before.
In a vehicle?
Yeah.
Like, not just this truck? Do you want me to drive?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just waiting for us to sink.
Oh, no, we're good. We're good.
But no, I've never driven a vehicle at all.
So when you go to the beach, do you just park in the parking lot?
I just park and come on down.
Okay. It is honestly easier, I think.
Well, I think the convenience of it. But I go out to New Smyrna a lot because Dunes has the dog-friendly beach.
Yes, that's where we like to go.
Gotta bring the pups.
Gotta bring the dogs.
So what if someone was to say, why not... we already know the why.
Well, I have more whys than just my dad, but
go for it.
I did kind of get it from him, but I kind of saw what was going on with everything, and I was just like, I want to get involved with uncovering things that shouldn't be happening.
Okay.
Like my dad.
I was like, what was the trigger for that? Because that sounds like something one day bothered you, and you're like, man, I could help people.
Well, I don't actually. It really was my dad because I watched what he was doing as an investigative reporter. He got a law signed in Florida for corruption. He got a corruption bill signed here in Florida, anti-corruption and stuff. So I watched everything he was doing, and then, of course, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie All the President's Men, all about Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein and the Nixon and Watergate.
I feel like Molly is way more famous than any of us know right now.
No, I remember watching that movie as a kid, too, and then obviously learning about Watergate scandal and just being like, those two journalists are
they uncovered everything.
They did everything. And so I just remember seeing that and saying, there's so much stuff that can happen, even in our modern times like this, that people gotta hold people accountable.
What's been the hardest part from the beginning of your career to now, whether it be a situation or something of the job that sticks out to you? Hardest part?
The hardest part is, it's not so much now, but it's learning how to put up that wall. We see just like law enforcement, we see the hardest things. We talk to people. When someone dies, I'm door knocking on their door or their loved one's door, the next day, asking them, would you let them share their story, stuff like that. You have to learn to put up that wall to not get yourself and your heart involved.
Get that emotional
attachment.
Exactly.
And I remember the hardest one for me was I was the first reporter on the scene of a mass shooting up in Dayton.
Wow.
And I was there minutes after the calls went out, and bodies everywhere, unfortunately very graphic, but it was that one that one hit me like a ton of bricks, as it probably would with anybody. It's going into a war zone, but
I think for you, or as a journalist going into those things, it's like, okay, I might be in danger. There are people who are suffering, but I need to compartmentalize this and then deliver a story.
And go on TV. I mean, at that point, I was breaking it on air. I remember I was breaking on air on ABC stations. That's what the affiliate was I was on. And I'm just like breaking it on air, and I have to remain calm, collected, say my thoughts, all this stuff. But it's just in general putting up that wall because you see so many difficult things. But
what's the coolest part?
The coolest part, you're looking at it in this job. I love, I'm very passionate, and that was something that I was sparked as a kid about the ocean, about our beaches, and especially here in Volusia and Brevard County, our Indian River Lagoon, and the water quality and things like that. I remember going to like the water camps as like a 10-year-old, learning how the water was getting polluted in the lagoon and stuff. So that's something I'm just very passionate about, and so being here and being able to do that, I just love it.
Ooh, that's soft sand. We should probably switch to 4-wheel drive.
But you have a button for everything in here.
Yeah, I have a button for everything. It's kind of cool. You know what the funny part is? I don't even know how to do that. Oh, there it goes.
Oh!
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, look at us. That actually made a difference.
Huge difference. All of a sudden, we're not dragging
I always
anymore.
thought that was like, a gimmick or whatever. Now I'm learning.
No, it works.
4-wheel drives.
My Cadillac doesn't have that.
No,
so.
my Jeep actually doesn't either.
So that's, I think the diversity, because anytime, so for those of you guys watching over at clickorlando.com, News 6 Plus, and the News 6 app, we've got Molly Reed in here. She's one of our reporters, but she focuses predominantly on Volusia County.
Yeah.
And you guys know me, I'm heavily involved in law enforcement. And I swear the coolest thing, and I'm giving you props here, is anytime I'm up here, they're always like, we love Molly.
Oh.
whether it's Daytona Beach, whether it's the Volusia Sheriff's Office, DeLand PD, and most of my connections are through the the chiefs and the lieutenants and stuff, and they all love you. Oh. And they're like, listen, she gives us a hard time,
but I'm fair.
But
I try to be fair. Yeah.
And if we've got a great story, she's airing it.
Yeah.
If we've got a bad story, she's there.
I know. I try. That's awesome to hear. Thank you.
And it's really cool because, like, I always consider myself still an outsider.
Yeah.
And I always will be an outsider.
Like to us? Or
yes.
Okay. I'm like, no.
In my mind, I will always be a news outsider. Just because of my mentality.
You didn't take the traditional route.
Because I didn't take the traditional route. I got so much slack when I first got hired. And I'll be...
Little did they know.
Little did they know we're going to have results 1 up in here. But because, for example, like you really earned and worked hard to get to this market. This is, we have 240 markets in our country. We're market 16 now.
Yeah.
And when I showed up here, people are like, oh, must be nice. And it's like, yeah, but you look at everyone's background, and that kind of converts their passion and how they report.
Right, for sure.
You're not going to get me reporting on Boomtown.
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in infrastructure. So, like, my focus is this. For you here in the county, you're not going down Osceola County to report.
No, I am all Volusia and Flagler, but Volusia is a little bit bigger than Flagler, so tend to be up down here a little bit more. But that's the thing that's also nice is because it is, I cover a county versus a topic. It is. One day I'm covering.
I like that.
Yeah, one day I'm covering a murder, and the next day I'm covering a riptide, on the beach. Next day I'm covering like an awesome, happy-go-lucky thing. It's just I never know what it's really going to be the next day. And it's just that's what makes it fun. Is it's something different every day.
How do you keep your sanity outside of work? We all have our things that we do. We all have little hobbies. What's your hobbies and stuff?
Well, I'm engaged now, so I say we. But I just like, obviously working out and stuff like that. I try to do triathlons. This year it's wedding planning. I'm really like a creative type too. So if I have like a project, like we just bought a house. So like designing.
That's a project in its own. I bought my house December before COVID.
Oh.
Thank God. Because let me let you know, my percentage rate is good.
Yeah, mine ain't.
But no, you're paying. But there's always something. I remember Bridget Ellison. She said, "Steve, always have $1,000 ready."
Yes, because
everything costs $1,000 to fix.
Yep, there's always something. But that's what's nice too. Is like I said, I'm like the creative type, so that's really become an outlet for me. Flipping furniture, painting walls.
I hear the flipping furniture thing's very therapeutic.
Oh, it is. You want to get into it? I'll teach you. Okay.
I'll come by and hang out and
Yeah, you can
watch.
sit there in the lawn chair, like with a beer or something, and I'll watch me paint.
I'm a pallet builder.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
all the pallets from New 6 that we throw in the back, they end up at my house.
What do you do with them?
So I'll have a party sometime, but my backyard, everything that is wood, whether it's a planter or something, I have disassembled
That is so cool.
and rebuilt things, and that's what I do.
would love to see some of that. That's
what
really
I do.
cool.
Yeah. So the wife just became a flight attendant.
I saw. Good for
Yeah.
her. And you get some miles perks out of that.
Well, yeah, I just applied for my Amex.
Let's go.
But so now she's gone weeks at a time, and I'm like, cool, I can do projects. So she showed up yesterday, and I'm like, all right, I know you're busy, you're tired. I need 5 minutes. Let me show you everything I do.
Yeah, let me show you. That's how I am with my fiance.
What's your fiance do?
So he is in an interesting role. So he's in sales.
Okay.
His family started one of the bigger companies that does fire sprinklers. They're called Wigginton.
Okay.
They're based out of Sanford, but they have branches all over. So they
We
started
go
that.
this way, or yeah?
You can keep going if you want. We can get off the beach if you want. Whatever you want.
I'll do a turnaround. We'll head back.
Yeah. So his family started that, like his grandpa, and I think his grandpa's brother started that a long time ago. So it's been around forever, but he's in the national sales now for it. So he's all over, flying all over, traveling all over.
Make sure you get those points for
I know. Oh, we are. That was the first thing I said. I was like, you better get some hotel points and some, flying points. So we get that, but it's kind of like the same. He'll come back from, traveling or whatever, and I'm like, let me tell you about what I have in store, or that I already did, and I probably should have waited for you to do.
Right. It's like, no, we're just going to handle business.
Exactly.
So what's the future have for you? Do you see yourself in news forever, or is it just the communication thing that really you have a passion for?
I love it. I mean, the news, I love, I went into news because I'm passionate about it, passionate about being a journalist, but, we'll just see how the industry goes. Things kind of been shaken up, with the industry over the like I saw with my dad with print, with newspapers, but the news industry, there's always evolvement, things like that. So as long as they'll have me out here on the beaches, I'll take it.
And I think that's the cool thing is, like, there are not many, as weird as this sounds, there's not many people who are gonna, I don't know who these people are, but I'm sure there are. They go, I don't want to be the only reporter to cover my county.
Oh no, I love it.
And meanwhile, you're always like, guys, that's my beat.
Yeah, no,
I'll take it. Thanks.
That is my one bugaboo. I am pretty competitive.
Yeah, and I think that's why, we were talking to our producer on the phone a second ago, and I go, well, if you had one individual and you had a male and female version of them, that is Molly and me.
Yep.
Like, when I first met you, I was like, oh, you're cool.
Yeah.
It's gonna work out. So
I love it.
Any vacations coming up?
We just went on vacation this past week, actually. We went on a lake trip up to Tennessee. But that's really it. We're getting married in November, so, it's kind of like all the time is going towards that and, the holidays at the end of the year. But, really just gearing up for a big old wedding.
Good for you. So what's really cool is when we're streaming here, we are also able to dual the stream and show traffic conditions. So our producer Donovan right now is not only streaming us over here on Volusia Beach, also updating on the traffic conditions in Titusville.
It looks like Brevard's flowing
nicely this morning. I would encourage people, if you're out here, do not walk in the pedestrian lanes. And the traffic lanes. You have the entire rest of the beach to go and do that. Don't walk in front of vehicles, please. That is a dose of sarcasm right there for you.
I love it.
That's what you need right there. This Jeep with a News 6 logo on it.
Hey, we got to talk to some people as soon as we get back to the station.
New IT director Tyler, if you're watching this stream, we need to cancel the order for the next Explorer. Get Molly a Jeep Wrangler, please. Base model, that's all she needs. But
You
it
said
looks
it,
sick.
not me.
I say a lot of things. And hey, listen.
I love it.
Listen.
I love it.
When you got a truck like this, I'm still so excited that we got to bring the truck out here.
I know. It's gorgeous. Honestly, you couldn't ask for a more beautiful day.
So while I've got you, let's see what else I've got. Favorite food place
in Volusia?
In Volusia County.
Oh, goodness.
Just because I'm a foodie, a lot of our viewers are.
Okay. I have a new one.
A new spot.
A new one, and it's not a new spot, but it's new for us because we just bought our house in DeLand.
Okay.
Chica's. Cuban. Delicious. And every time my fiance's like, where do you want to go out to eat? Because we can just walk downtown.
Right.
I'm like, Chica's. Chica's and Santorini's, if you haven't been there, in downtown DeLand, that's the Greek place.
I hear there are
Phenomenal.
some hidden gems in downtown DeLand.
Oh, I'm going to have to take you around. Yes.
I
It
want to
is so
start a
good.
food segment.
I'm in.
Because,
Should we do
like,
it?
we have Florida Foodie, which Candace, don't get me wrong. Candace and Lisa, love you girls. You guys do an amazing job.
I love
But
it.
I'm talking like
Restaurants.
restaurants or raw, like, food taste testing.
Oh, that would be
Right,
fun.
right here in the truck. We go through a drive-through somewhere, grab it,
Oh, let's
taste
do that.
test it,
Yeah.
call it a day.
I would do that. I love fast food. That is my other thing. Is I like.
Are you a trash eater?
I can be.
Well, you're a
I try-
triathlon athlete.
I know.
so-
I love eating healthy, but I will have my day where I'm like,
All right, go to fast food. Give me your worst fast food that you love.
well, everyone loves Chick-fil-A. I'm telling you,
But I think it's kind of healthy.
it is healthy. So I'm not even kidding you. Like, I'm not even going to bring that one up.
Okay.
I love a good quarter pounder with cheese. Don't get this don't.
Yes.
I love
It
it.
tastes better when you eat it in the driver's seat.
Exactly.
Bridget taught me that.
It's so
Bridget's
good.
taught me a lot of things.
We actually ate it on our drive back down to Tennessee, back down to Volusia from Tennessee.
You ever had In-N-Out?
I have.
We need it here.
Delicious. Yes, we do.
We need
But it's
that
one of
here.
those things too where I'm like, it almost makes going out to eat it when you travel out
A
west
special.
that much more special.
You got a good
You know,
point.
sometimes you gotta leave things where they are,
I
and
don't think this is a dog beach. I got kicked off this beach with my dog.
it's not a dog beach. That is one of my biggest pet peeves.
I think all beaches should be dog beaches.
They have it. I do too. If you take care of it.
All right, so I'm going to go on event session since this is my live stream.
Okay.
Why is it? I'm going to get in trouble for this. Here,
No.
Yep, here we go. Why is it? It's always like these ancient city councils
Yeah.
that vote and don't like the dogs, and it's always these folks that come to talk against the dogs that
Have
talk
the
about
longest
them.
voice.
Yeah, but they talk about the dogs like they're the size of dinosaurs.
I know.
Like they're going to destroy the beaches. Oh,
That is like, well,
And
so
it's like-
you know, here in Volusia, they just did pass.
Yes,
there is a new
I visited.
dog beach, and
Yep.
it's awesome, and it's great. We brought our dog there, but it is like that. It just there's always something. It's like everything else in the world. There's always going to be that one person who ruins it for everybody.
But it's always like the superhero Karen that's showing up at these open forums to like just like they were waiting 20 years to give this
To have
speech
this
against
speech.
dogs.
Yeah.
And then you go to their house and they got 6 cats.
I know.
And it's like, listen, I know you did not expect this to get in here, and
No,
you're like,
I love it.
we're live doing this.
I
I'm
love
sure
it.
Donovan's like, oh my god.
It-
But no,
everyone's
same.
sweating.
Throw that underneath the same list with the
I know.
the blower, the
Leaf
leaf
blower?
blowers in Winter Park.
Oh yeah.
Get out of here.
I heard about that.
Oh my god.
I just, it's one of those things that someone's always going to ruin it for everyone. I think the dog beach up there is going fabulously. The issue is, it's either that, Ponce, or New Smyrna, which now that we have this one up here, it's not that far of a drive, if you're wanting to bring your dog from like Daytona or something. I think it's up in Ormond Beach
Yep.
technically.
Well,
but
most of Flagler is
most of Flagler.
kind
yeah.
pretty dog friendly.
Yeah,
They've
a
got
lot
a
of
good
it is.
stretch. There's a nice Best Western up there.
Yeah.
I know that's weird to say, nice Best Western. But up in that area that's super dog friendly, stay up there every now and then.
Oh, it is fun. I've actually never brought my dog on a trip. Maybe he deserves one.
Wha- Get out.
I know.
Are you kidding me? I drove up to New York on Thanksgiving
Stop it.
just to take my dogs with us. I rented
Okay,
a minivan.
actually, I bring this back.
No,
I haven't brought
rewind.
this dog.
Okay.
I've brought so I had a pug growing up named Elway. Because again, we're from Denver.
Okay.
And he was Elway, and I flew him out to Denver from Ohio to bring him to Mile High, and I took pictures of him in front of the Elway statue, in front of the John Elway statue in front of Mile High Stadium. So I have brought a dog on a trip before.
Okay. All right. You're forgiven. You can stay in the truck.
Thank you so
I was
much.
like, how could you leave your dogs all the time?
I know. He has really good babysitters here, though. I don't put him in kennels or anything like that. Like,
Me
he
either.
goes to a house.
Same.
He loves it.
I have someone. We either like pay a friend to stay at the house for a couple
Yeah.
days. I'm
So
not putting him-
I don't put him in kennels. It's not like when we leave, I'm like, all right, see ya, have a nice life,
Well,
So
Man, we've been going for a minute. We probably could go all day.
I
We can
know,
go to
I
lunch
would
and
love
stuff
to.
like that. But you work today?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, so
Gotta work.
this is special. Then that means Molly came out early today to kind of say hi to us, hang
Gotta
out,
go turn a story.
turn a story. She did get. Did you get to miss the morning meeting, or were
I
you
did.
missed the morning meeting? Excused by Trooper Steve in Results 1, Trooper Steve on patrol, always a good thing. But listen, guys, if you're ever interested in anything involved with Volusia County, Flagler County, our northeastern portions of Central Florida, then Molly is the one you need to be following and in the loop. So you can give her a follow on all her social media platforms. She's got a Facebook. She has a X account. She's got an Instagram. All of it. Follow, keep us up. She'll keep you updated with everything going on, the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And come on, this is where she works, guys. Right out here on the beach.
Can you believe it? Every time I come out here on the beach, I'm just like, I can't believe this.
Well, I was up in Flagler the other day doing a stream, and I ended it, and I took my shoes off, and I went and sat out there for 20 minutes because I was like, I'm done for the day.
Right.
Let me just have some mental sanity for a second.
That's what I do. And when I have to write and edit my stories and everything, like, I will find somewhere where I can have a good view sometimes.
Do you think Volusia's going to yell at me for having my lights on? I have my lights on, by the way. It looks really cool. They're white.
I love it. No,
They got to look cool. Come on. Oh, we're flying red flag today?
Yep.
Is that red?
Yeah, that's Ripburn.
Oh, the biggest question. You were a lifeguard. Mm-hmm. We talked about that before we went live. Tell me about that.
I was a pool lifeguard, and I did, I was actually like in charge of the lifeguards for a while too in Brevard.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, it's just this different job. I think it's the best job in the world besides this one, of course.
Do you know most of these guys?
Yeah. Well, maybe not this one. We'll see.
Am I allowed to pass them?
Yeah.
That's a nice truck.
Who is it?
Do you know?
Hey. We're just riding around. Yeah. Do you like it? Do you like the truck?
Volusia County. He said it makes this truck small. Oh, they got some nice equipment.
They do, honestly. But
And
yeah,
what
you
a
can't beat
gig.
this.
They're in a truck, beach patrol,
Honestly.
getting paid.
It's the best job. Yeah, I was saying, like, lifeguarding is the best job on earth, and, it's so much fun.
Man, so Molly, I appreciate you joining me today. I don't want to, I'd keep you here all day, but
honestly,
at some point, I think Rob's going to call us and be like, I need her to do a story. Oh, well, no stories in Volusia today, y'all. We're going to the restaurants.
I love it.
But guys, give her a follow. Make sure you're staying up to date. Again, thanks for joining. Today was supposed to be a super chill stream, and that's exactly what we were able to pull off.
Yeah, next time we'll get Chitwood in here.
The three of us?
The three of us.
I've had Chitwood in here.
Yeah. We'll have the three of us in here. It'll be a day.
I was almost calling engineering because I was scared that I was going to need a mute button.
Where's the beep?
Yeah, he said dirtbag one time. It's all right.
Scumbag, dirtbag.
Dirtbag, scumbag, whatever he's using. And I like to remind that I've dropped one mess up here once before. On live streaming. It is so easy. And I'll never forget that day. So,
good times.
Love you guys. Take it easy. Follow us everywhere. We are going to ride out the rest of the beach. Have a good day. Molly, thank you for joining us.
Bye.